Hi everybody, this is Mr. Olson Hodges. Today I'm going to be teaching you all about the student leadership application that we're going to be using called Showbie. Showbie is an online program where you're going to be able to enter in all the data that you've been collecting through your practical and your theory opportunities for leadership. This is a place where you're going to be uploading your leadership journal entries as well as any pictures and videos or perhaps any voice notes of your experiences that you would like to share with your leadership teacher. This is also a place where you can keep track of all your hours for your leadership course. So instead of trying to keep it all on paper, now you can do everything online on a spreadsheet that will add all the hours for you automatically. We're very excited that we get to use this application in class, and we're hoping that this application will make things a lot easier for you to upload some really cool stuff, and we want you to be able to be creative and brag a little bit about all the cool things you've been doing for your practical opportunities in volunteering or any workshops or theory classes that you get really excited about. So today I'm going to be using a Mac computer of my own to show you about the application. It is a website that you can access online. However, it is also available on iPad and also iPhone, as well as some iPod touches. So basically it's available for a lot of Apple products, as the application was designed specifically for Apple. However, if you have an Android device, unfortunately it is not available for an application yet. It is very close to being downloadable for an app, and once it is, we will let you know, of course, that you can download it. But however, for those who do have an Android, the online version using the website is the best way to use. So let's get started, and I'll show you a little bit about what the application looks like. So here you see we have the student leadership website, and in case you forgot, it is www.frcleadership.weebly.com, and it's written at the top here. This is the class website, and this is the home page, what happens when you come up to it. And specifically today, we're going to talk all about Showbie, and that is actually a link on the website. So at the top here, there's a heading that says Showbie, so we're going to select it. And it's going to take us to a page that talks a little bit about Showbie, what it is. So reading, Showbie is the place that you can upload your leadership journal entries and your theory and practical hours spreadsheet. And it's just going to watch the video below to see the instructions on how to use the Showbie in leadership class. So this video I'm showing you right now is going to appear on the screen, and so in case you can watch it. Then there's something here, the class codes. These class codes are going to come in handy a little later on once we sign up for an account, because it's going to ask you to sign up for a specific class. So for level 1s, Ms. Schick's class is going to have this code. And anyone who has me on their timetable, Olson Hodges, is going to have this code. Level 2s, level 2 leadership students, you're going to use this code for my class as well. So here's the button that says click here to go to the Showbie website. So we do that, and it's going to take us to the website. So here it is. This is the fantastic website. On the front, there's a couple links to get the free app. So in case you want to get the app to take you right to the App Store, you can grab it for your iPad, and it'll show you just a little bit what that app will look like. But look for the specific symbol that you can use. Now, in order for us to get started, we're going to click, well, you probably don't have an account right now. So the first thing you're going to need to do is sign up. So you're going to click Sign Up Online. Once you do that, you're going to select one of the following. I'm a teacher or I'm a student. You guys are a student, so you're going to click Student, and you have two choices. You can sign up with making up your own username if you have a different email address that you'd like to use, or if you like to use a Google account, if you have Gmail or Google+. For this example, I'm going to select Sign Up with username, and once it does that, you're going to have some options. It's going to say, ask you to enter in your first name, your last name, a username of your choice, a password. That's pretty safe, that only you will remember and you will keep safe somewhere. And then it says email optional. Now, even though it says optional, we are going to ask you that you please do enter in an email address. And it is a mandatory thing. Because what can happen is when we're marking leadership journals and we need to contact you for whatever reason, last minute, short notice, and we need you to send something immediately to us, we need an email address to contact you at. So this is really important for us so we can contact you. So please enter in that email address as the option part. Once you've entered in on this information, you are going to be asked to enter in a class code. And remember, the class code that you had entered is over here. So Ms. Shieks again is this code, Mr. Olsen Hodges is this code, and you can just copy this word for word, the 5-digit code into Showbie, and it will sign you up for a code. Okay, so let me sign into my teacher account, and I will show you what Showbie looks like from the inside. So here we are inside Showbie, and this is what my page looks like when I entered in. If you are a student and you're entering Showbie, yours will look very similar to what mine does. There is not much of a difference. The only difference is that my account, I'm able to see everybody's Showbie account, whereas your account, you're only allowed to see the stuff that you upload. You not see anybody else's leadership journals or any other pictures or journal entries whatsoever. It is only between you and me, and I have the master list of everybody so I can look at everybody's. As you see on mine, you'll notice that if you use this with any other teachers, all the classes that you sign up for are going to be listed on the left-hand side. Now, for example, if this is your first time, you're only going to have one, and it's going to say your code. So for example, my level 1 class will have this. It'll be called the 2015-16 level 1 leadership, and the class code is written there. And when I click on it, you'll notice that there is one little assignment here. It's called term 1, and we're going to split our leadership journals into 4 terms: term 1, term 2, term 3, and term 4. So term 1 is all their leadership journals. Your leadership teachers are going to be looking at your journals by the due date that's written here at the end of term 1. Under term 1, if I select what term 1 is, if I select it, right now it would list a number of students that would be here. However, I have no students that signed up yet. So after this video, you're going to make sure you sign up for this code. Notice there's something at the top here. It's called a shared folder. And when you select the shared folder, there is a file that I've shared with you. It's called Your Name Leadership Hour Spreadsheet. And this is the place where you're going to be entering in your data for all the hours of theory and all the hours of practical that you do. So let's have a look at this spreadsheet and how we keep track of stuff on here. Okay, so we have completely uploaded and downloaded the file that was called Your Name Leadership Hour Spreadsheet by clicking on the Showbie website, and it has given us a little download file. So as soon as I clicked it, I was able to download the file, and here it is. So let's have a closer look at this website. So this spreadsheet is a place where you can upload and you can have a look at some important information that you might need for the course. So at the bottom, you'll notice there are a number of sheets. There's one that says term 1, one that says term 2, term 3, and term 4. If you are entering hours for term 1, which is where we're at right now, we're going to be looking at specifically term 1. And you'll notice on one side of the page is one side is called theory, and another side is called practical. So you're going to be able to list all of your theory opportunities right here for us to look at. So for example, the very first class we had a leadership first class, and once you've entered in the name of it, then you'll notice how the date. Now the date you'll see at the top, day, month, year. Okay, so the first class was on September the 16th, 2015, and it automatically changes for us. And the time we spent in that class was 45 minutes. Now there's one section here that says comments, teachers only. Keep in mind that is only for the teachers to leave comments for. So you do not need to fill in that part. So now I've entered in my first theory opportunity, and at the bottom where it says term 1, term 2, term 3, term 4, there's an hour summary page. If I click on that, you'll notice that my term 1 summary for theory hours that you've submitted has already increased by 0.75. So I've got 0.75 hours, or 45 minutes, of theory time already added to my score. And notice here that it says the total theory hours has not changed yet, though. You are not to change and alter any of these boxes that are on this screen. There's formulas in this screen that if you change them and alter them, the form will get itself messed up. So what happens at the end of a term is you're going to actually enter in your theory opportunities or your practical opportunities, and it's going to all upload onto the hour summary page. And it will show up like this. When your leadership teacher is going to be marking your journals, they're going to approve how many hours that you have completed and entered on the computer. So for example, right now it has 0.75 hours, and let's say that I approve of all these hours. There is a matching leadership journal entry for it and a leadership reflection. So I'm going to accept that as a teacher, and I'm going to write 0.75. And automatically, as soon as I accept it, as it says teacher only, you'll notice that the theory hours just went up. So I've accepted that. So the only parts that you need to worry about are to enter in this website is these pages. If you fill in this stuff, this will automatically update, and this is the place where you can check and see how many hours you actually have by the end of each term. So really important stuff that you make sure that this is up to date and as accurate as possible. Remember, term 1 stays in term 1. Term 2, please make sure it stays in term 2. Term 3 and term 4, make sure they all stay in the proper terms. So that's how we're going to keep track of what we did, okay, and keeping track of our hours, of what we did for theory time and what we did for practical time. Now, let's take a look at how we use Showbie and how that looks when we finalize it. Okay, so now we're back to the Showbie main page, and now let's have a look at what I see when you fill out your Showbie account with your journals. So I'm going to show you some accounts from last year's students. So this is so how the leadership journals ended off, and I'll show you an example of what someone who was in my class had done. So I'm going to select one at random here, one that I remember doing quite well, and I'm going to try with Qingyi. So Qingyi Ho. So I'm going to select her here, and so here's an example of her assignment folder. So here you notice that I can write her messages. She has uploaded some theory hour journals, some practical hour journals that will correspond with her log. She has an example here of her spreadsheet that she's uploaded, and there's a few messages that her and I can exchange with each other. So there's a number of things that she can upload and have a look at. Even there's comments left by me from the end of the year. So after I read and analyze your journal, I will leave a little voice note or a little message here about a few things that I thought was possible. Let's have a look at somebody else's here really quickly as well before we get moving on. Let's try Tracy Luo. So here's a Tracy Luo's finalized one. And again, she has uploaded her name. So remember, the old one was called Your Name Leadership Hour Spreadsheet. So she called hers Tracy Luo Leadership Hour Spreadsheet, and she has uploaded it, and she's given me a few messages back and forth. She says, "Thank you for helping me grow to become a better leader." This is a very nice comment from her. And of course, she can leave me a few different things. I've left her a reference letter at the end of the year, and so on. So this is a great way to do it. To upload anything, there's a button here that you can type in anything. You can type in a comment and post it. You can add a file from the computer. You can even link it to your Google Drive if you'd like to and add it. So a number of cool things that you can do on top of this as well. So that is Showbie, and that is a quick little overview of how to use it. I recommend you please now go and go to a computer, set up an account, and set yourself up for Showbie. Again, on the website, the Student Leadership website, you will find the link for Showbie and the class codes that are here. So now your next step is to go to Showbie.com or the Leadership website to find the Showbie link and create your account, enter in your class code, and to make sure that you download and save the leadership spreadsheet.